This word cynefin, I'm not a Welsh speaker, but I've been trying to get my head around it as something that we're thinking and talking about within Câr Y Môr. And it talks about belonging. When I think about Câr Y Môr, because it's owned collectively, that for me gives it a stronger sense of belonging. Like, it belongs to me as much as it belongs to any other of the members.
The reason we ended up being a community benefit society was because we wanted a community to develop this sort of aquaculture.
In a structural sense means that members of the community have a say in what's going on. It kind of belongs to the community and the shareholders who are in the community.
It's run more democratically. Everyone has one vote at the AGM.
One day I could be talking to investors and funders, and the next day I could be on the boat.
We all work together in this way of we're all paid the same.
I'm often told, just go ahead, Alma, you don't have to ask, just follow your own steam kind of thing. And that really gives me a feeling that, yeah, I'm as much part of creating this as everyone else.
Our ocean farm is sustainable because it literally needs no inputs. We put ropes down into the ocean, and on that are seeded sugar kelp, and we add nothing to it. It just grows naturally in the ocean. It grows all on its own, and it grows at an incredibly rapid rate.
So the seaweed farm attracts things like fish nurseries, so you get juvenile fish coming in, living in amongst the seaweed. It gets things like crabs coming underneath and eating the bits of seaweed that fall off the farm.
We need to scale up what we're doing because farming in the sea is so expensive and so difficult.
We do need to get investors on board, which would potentially be through a share offer. And that's not just investing in Câr Y Môr, that's investing to help the environment.
Seaweed doesn't necessarily make us any money at the moment. A lot of it is the foundations, it's the funding, it's the crab room. That makes the bread and butter.
We don't have any pots, we don't do any crab or lobster fishing, but we work with fishermen across Pembrokeshire. By buying their catch in and by doing all of this work, we're not only securing a sustainable Welsh source of seafood, we're also creating a relationship with the fishermen. And it's helped us to feel more assured that the community do want us to create these farms.
So I was like 19 when we first set up the first trial farms. So I'm very grateful to have had the opportunity to stay here. And mainly that has come from Pembrokeshire being a beauty.
Wel, dwi wedi bod yn y berthyn ar môr trwy'r fywyd, a mae'r tŷ hwn yn drychu mas ar y môr, a dwi'n gweld Câr Y Môr ar rhan o'r cynefin yna.
So I am from St David's area. One of the biggest issues is it's a tourism town. It's seasonal work, so by the end of September you may not have any work left into a winter period, which is really hard. So actually to be able to stay and thrive within your own habitat, Câr Y Môr has been able to do that.
I wouldn't have moved here if there wasn't something like Câr Y Môr. As a marine biologist, there isn't an awful lot of opportunities.
It was just the people who actually drew me down here, and it's just such a beautiful place, such a beautiful community.
We've now got a team of 20 local people that work all year round at Câr Y Môr, which is incredible. So we just need a little bit more support to help us become commercially viable in our own right.
So os bydd y cwmni yn gallu dwi, wel, falle bydd 15 nawr yn mynd I fod yn 100 am blwyddyn iddo fi.
It's quite a pioneering industry, actually growing seaweed on ropes.
Câr Y Môr is trying to do something that is quite unique, and it's difficult.
It's not just the seaweed, it's also the fact that it's creating all these rural jobs and is a community organisation. And I think the CBS model is definitely part of that outlook.
That's the amazing thing about a community benefit society, is the network of people you build slowly because it's an alternative form of business that benefits society and the planet we live on.